You're so silly. What are you doing? Everyone can see your little teeth first. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Alyssa.
Yeah, just something else.
You are so silly. So silly, Alyssa. Well, good morning, everyone. You just watched Liliger Alyssa finish her meal this morning. And the reason that we're starting with her today is because it's a very exciting day. Our 2025 calendar is live, and this pretty lady, yeah, you're also getting his meal today. But for now, I'm going to stay quiet so we can hear all the Wildcat noises.
Hang tight, Olivia.
There we go, Shazam. And what Shazam? Okay, turkey Shazam. Very good turkey. And good morning, everyone. I will definitely get into the comments here in a moment, but I know we all like hearing this handsome boy eat. Hey, you already had breakfast. And how many pounds does Shazam get?
Shazam gets
2 pounds of turkey for Shazam, 2 pounds of meat every day. And what does Alyssa get? Do you know off the top of your head, Sasha?
I should. I think she gets 5 pounds. Do you know?
5?
pounds.
Okay, so Shazam pounds of meat a day. Alyssa gets an example of how much you're eating. Just as Shazam has in the past, he has made friends with Alyssa, a much companion. Let me help you with breakfast, Shazam. And that would be a last piece. Oh, okay, that's the last piece. a little bit left.
One.
Yes. Yummy, Shazam. All the juices all over you. Well, hey, that was quite the celebration for our 2025 calendar. And I think that you are the prettiest cover model I've ever seen. Alyssa, what do you think? Good morning, everyone. If you missed the beginning, we watched Alyssa and Shazam here get their meal for the day. Alyssa got 5 pounds, Shazam got 2. But let's get into the comments here while I have these two as the backdrop here. Good. Hi, Jeannie Curry from Ohio. Betty Winter saying precious. Good afternoon from Wellington, Florida, Faith. I think it's pretty warm here. I'm sure it's warm in Florida. It's pretty warm here today.
Well, by gall, Olivia, we gotta keep moving. We gotta head where the grass is green.
I need that calendar.
The calendar. We can't.
I'm so sorry. On, off and on.
The grass is always greener somewhere else in the internet pastures here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, but for now, it is not the most green in front of Shazam and Alyssa's.
No. Faith Warner saying sweet Alyssa. And Carrie saying hello, and that Alyssa's getting yummy meat bites. Indeed.
Yummiest for Alyssa.
Only the yummiest. Hello, Adrian. Good morning, Torben. Saying hello to the cats as well.
Adrian.
Hey, gang. Bree MacArthur says, good to see you.
Hey, Bree.
Betty Winter, magical Shazam. He is pretty magical. Good morning, Kelly. Let's see. Barbara saying good afternoon.
We're going to try to go over to Noah and Elizabeth because they just had their pool filled and have been given
That sounds great to me.
Habitat. And then Olivia, and then we can kind of go through our show notes. Of course,
I know.
You mentioned the calendar. We'll talk about our 2025 calendar. Kind of a couple dates in terms of the Bengal rescue that we coordinated. It would have been earlier this week, kind of last week, as a matter of fact. And then a little wellness exam for Tigress Pandora.
Yes. So thanks for bearing with us on the rocky start there, but hopefully got some good tidbits of those cats that you love so much.
All right, Olivia. I
I
have
know.
good shoes on. So
I have
take
good.
a
I
big
have
step.
decent enough shoes. There we go. We made it through the off-roading. And people saying good morning to you too, Judson. Yes, I have Judson in tow.
I was lurking in the background, yes, but happy to be here, and good morning to all. And I see that we already have a tiger in a pool.
Perfect. Looks like maybe Elizabeth.
That is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth taking the initial dip. So a good alternative to our friends Alyssa and Shazam. A true stroll today. We're strolling across the sanctuary to two beautiful tigers this morning. Sarah Bloomberg saying that you're going to have to watch later because it keeps cutting in and out. Hopefully you're still here, Sarah, and everybody else. Hopefully you're still hanging on. It looks like the internet is much better over here, so thank you for your patience. We appreciate it. That's a very, very excited and happy tiger.
I see some rubbing happening
Yes.
here. Maybe some scents placed along the edge of her pool there. You can see more of the cray paper kind of decorating and giving, I mean...
Oh my goodness.
Look at Elizabeth, just happy as a clam.
I think we might be getting some tiger zoomies here in a moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Taking off. Do you see Noah, Judson? I don't see Noah quite yet.
He surely will make an appearance once
sure.
he hears our voices. But, I think Elizabeth, often, for some reason, doesn't get credit as one of our most playful tigers. Elizabeth really is. She loves having fun. She loves her toys. Like you see her now, enjoying some sand, rubbing on the ground, bursting off into some tiger zoomies. She's just one of those cats to where, I know we associate, Thor and his ball and Winona and her barrel and Dash and his hijinks. And to me, Elizabeth is certainly one of those cats that should be included in that group, who is just always wanting to find a unique way of having fun here at Sanctuary.
Yes, and she has the perfect habitat to do so. Of course, that in-ground pool that we just caught her in. Lots and lots of space to do all the zoomies, and of course, caretakers that give her the best enrichment possible. So Elizabeth is enjoying that fresh enrichment place today. I'm sure Noah will be soon very close behind.
I see a blood sickle on the platform here.
Okay.
I miss Elizabeth. And when there's one, there's usually more, which means I'm sure Noah is probably enjoying a blood sickle somewhere kind of in the far reaches of his habitat.
Absolutely.
So, maybe we'll get a little cameo appearance from Mr. Noah, but still fun enough to see Miss Elizabeth up here.
And thanks, Faith, for throwing the link to her bio here in the comments. Obviously, always, if you see a cat that you love or are intrigued by on these live posts, definitely go and check out their story, because with 140 plus rescues, all of our cats are coming from many different backgrounds, and they've had their own journey to live wild at heart. And Elizabeth has quite the journey, don't you, Elizabeth?
Pretty girl. Look at that wet belly.
Much better life now, Elizabeth. And thanks to people like you.
Look at that wet belly. She says, yeah, I'm having a blast.
I know she is.
Cool.
I'm having trouble keeping up with her.
Ticking up into the 80s today.
It is ticking up into the 80s. It's probably high 70s right now. Good pool weather. And lots of comments saying that you've been reading your email or need to read your email. Marcy saying great calendar photos. Thank you, Marcy.
Yay, Marcy. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, that's right. Our e-news went out this morning, as typically Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll send out a weekly e-newsletter. And today we had an issue go out, of course, talking about that calendar that Marcy's getting excited about. I actually have it right here in my hand. But also kind of included a couple other things. One of them being a wellness exam for geriatric Tigress Pandora, our oldest rescued tigress here on site, as a matter of fact. Maybe we'll follow Elizabeth here, and she'll probably lead us to Noah, I imagine. But as it happens, as big cats get older, it's a little bit harder for them to kind of do the big cat maintenance that they used to be able to do later in life, i.e. getting their claws shortened and being able to scratch their claws down. And so what happened with Pandora, and we've done this before, I remember Chipino, we've done this, I know that Kimba the lion, we've done this, is when their dew claw actually grows so long, we are wanting to prevent it from embedding itself in the claw. Look at Elizabeth trying to figure out the cray paper here. So Miss Pandora had a little wellness exam so we could give her a nail trim and prevent that dew claw from growing into that paw pad.
Yeah, exactly. And a dew claw, if anybody doesn't know, a dew claw is the claw that kind of sits near the wrist on a cat, and some dogs have them as well. So it can be hard, even on your domestic cats at home. It's always good to check those dew claws, make sure they're staying trimmed, because cats, especially a senior cat, it is very, very hard to keep those dew claws short and out of the way. So
Yeah.
Definitely a routine thing. I'm laughing at Elizabeth here. She's finally found the blood sickle. That's what I was waiting for.
And of course, Olivia, you know, talking about the other week and driving towards things like comfort care, of course, that being comfort care in action for a cat like Pandora.
There you go, Elizabeth. That's a big blood sickle.
Yes, sirree.
Kendra asking if Elise used her Dremel. No, there was a full nail trim just with clippers, but quite impressive to hear. And Rio very kindly, caretaker Rio, took some videos, and we'll be having a reel go out about that. But it's quite impressive to hear the click of those clippers with such a large claw and such a big cat.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, of course, you know, the sanctuary never sleeps, Olivia, and there's always, you know, something happening, whether it's, you know, us kind of bettering the life of a cat like Pandora, construction of Catio Town, which I'm looking forward to hearing an update from Tammy on Thursday. And then, Olivia, we had, I think we can scooch over to our calendar.
Yeah, and Daria, that's perfect because Daria said that she ordered the jumbo calendar.
Ooh,
That's very exciting.
And Daria, those jumbo calendars, I'm so foolish. I remember you posting a picture of your calendar on the group page another year, and I was looking at that photo, and I was like, that is the biggest dang calendar I have ever seen. And of course, we're only ordering, I think, just the 12 by 14s for around the office. But I was super happy that the website that hosts our calendar allows you to have multiple sizes. So you can get the big extra large one, so you can see those photos in even more detail, keep track of those special dates on an even bigger planner. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm glad you pointed out that, Daria. And not only are there different sizes, but very simply, it is all about the calendar itself, Olivia. I have it right here.
I was about to say, you can show... All right, there we go. Alyssa on the front.
I'm also laughing to myself because I'm here and I'm about to open it up, and this is one of the sample calendars that we've used. So there might be some post-it notes kind of pointing out little mistakes that have since been corrected now with the calendar being published. But of course, Alyssa, who we started out with on our live post today, her kind of enjoying a little golden hour. I think Alyssa's beautiful at any time of day, but in particular, seeing her cast in that evening sunlight is beautiful. Tarek with one of the very few snow days we had last year, Olivia. And just all sorts of some of your favorite rescues that you know and support here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Denoma, that was Sophie and Gino. An upside down Indy.
I love that photo.
But the photo, of course, originally being taken this way. That's Indy flat on her back.
I know.
Doing what you think she's doing, just worshiping the grass that she's laying on.
And that was taken by a media intern, so I think a nice little plug to say our media internship, that they are just as integral and important to our media operations here.
Well, and speak of the playful gal who we are with now, of course, your Shadow. But
yes.
Noah, he was hugging a ball there, and then Elizabeth going at one of her toys there.
Yes.
But again, don't mind my notes.
I know.
Those are corrections that, of course, have been made since the publishing of the calendar. But just one of the many ways that you guys can support the cats is by purchasing one of these calendars.
Yes.
And obviously, 2025. Olivia, I know you don't like me mentioning it, but it will be here before we know it.
Yes.
These not only are great things for you to have at your home, but gifts for the holiday season, birthday gifts, or what have you. So happy to announce it, and I'm sure our media interns will put an awesome link in the comments if they already haven't. And of course, the e-newsletter linking directly to it as well.
And I want to shout out all of you who have purchased, but Marcy said, Judson, do your best Vanna, Judson.
Okay.
Yes.
And
I know, that's what you need to do, exactly. And Joanne pointed